I like your gun. And that's how we roll. So now you know where this live stream is headed, where this series is headed. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And on we go. Let's see. Johnny Jet says, I think one of the best things about these kinds of games is you can roleplay however you want. I totally agree. Come up with whatever idea you want in your head and go and do it in-game. Fallout 4 struggled with that. Let's see here. No, I am finished. I'm traveling onward. I am very self-assured about who I am. Johnny Jets goes on and says, because the voice acting did not always match up to what you would think. I totally agree. I totally agree. Like, there were some situations in that game where, like, early on, and I even mentioned this, I think this is even in my review, where it's like, you're looking for your son. You are desperate. And by the time I played that game, I'd been a dad for, I don't know how many years, but long enough that I was connecting with that concept. It's like, yeah, I'm going to go find my son. And then you come across a settlement, and the guy's like, hey, man, could you help us build some beds? And, like, the dialogue option was super cheery. I mean, yes, I could choose not to, but again, I was incentivized by the game system to make beds. But it still would have been nice if they would have had something like, all right, I can do this, but I need some help. But no, it's just like, sure, I'd be happy to help you make some beds, you know? Nah. Okay. Oh, there was another one there. Okay, well, he's not getting in my way. Johnny Jet says, Bethesda should leave the main protagonist voiceless. Totally agree. And I'll tell you what I would really like, and I've mentioned this several times before, so sorry for folks who are sick of hearing me say this. My dream, you know, when they had... Oh, this guy's going to talk to me.
Where the hell do you think you're going? Prim is off limits.
Don't let me forget that. Well, no, I'll just say it now. Where you think you're going, Prim is off limits. Okay, so I'll remember that he just said that. But I remember, like, it was, I don't know if it was during Xbox 360. It was the Kinect. It was the Kinect, and Microsoft was talking about how you can talk to your console now. I think it was the Xbox One. And the technology is interesting, but I've always thought they're missing a huge opportunity in how it is applied. I would love for the option in a Bethesda RPG to be given a bunch of dialogue choices, because you can be given much more variety in dialogue choices if they don't have to get an actor in to read every single one. You know? You can always fit in more if you don't have to hire an actor. Maybe you could fit as many if you just get an actor that's really willing to commit, but you can always fit in more if that actor, you know... Anyway. So I would love the option to not have a voice actor, to get a bunch of great dialogue options, and then to say out loud, instead of pushing a button. I know, it seems kind of silly and stupid, like, why would you do that? You could just do what you're doing now, Peter, read it out loud and then push the button. But wouldn't it be kind of cool if you could sit here and I could just say, what's going on in Prim? And immediately he responds to me because the console heard me. And so there could be this... It just get you one step closer to a sense of being in the world, talking to these characters, especially when Bethesda brings you in like this and has this face-to-face kind of thing going on. You just look at the screen and say, what's going on in Prim? And then he answers you. You know, you could just like set the controller down in some of these dialogue interactions and just have an exchange with somebody, you know, and you do have to choose from one of the dialogue options, and then the software and the hardware detect that, you know, you are saying those words and then they, trigger that branch of the tree as appropriate. But it doesn't seem like it would be that hard to implement. I don't know, but man, I would really dig that. I would really dig that. Okay, so let's see here. Yeah, I think I do want to know what's going on. What's going on in Prim?
Some convicts from the prison up the road have taken over the town. Everyone inside is either dead or in hiding. What's more, there are 2 tribes of raiders causing trouble in this area as well. You'd be safer heading back up to Good Springs.
Thanks for the warning.
Be careful. You may want to talk to Lieutenant Hayes. He's in a tent down the road. Just stay on the west side of the overpass if you don't want to get shot.
Alright, well, this does not affect my quest objectives. However, with a military installation of any kind right here, I certainly see an opportunity to increase my supplies. So let me I'm going to talk to this guy that he told me to talk to and see if he can potentially be an ongoing resource, because I do like the opportunity for an ongoing resource instead of necessarily just a quick kill, because again, this isn't a Sarah Connor situation. He's not making a beeline to kill a specific person. He's in this for the long haul to create machine dominance in this world. Johnny Jet says, imagine in the future taking all what you said like that, but also in VR would be a cool experience, I think. Absolutely, absolutely. And I'm sure that developers have to be thinking along those lines. No, just a trooper. Oh, here we go. A flag and a tent. That looks like a command-type area.
We won't go quietly. The Legion can count on that. I'm Sergeant McGee of the New California Republic Army, 5th Battalion, 1st Company. If you want to talk about something, speak to Lieutenant Hayes.
Thank you for your time.
Sir.
I'm Lieutenant Hayes of the New California Republic Army, 5th Battalion, 1st Company. What's your business?
What are you doing out here?
We were sent out here to hold back the tide of convicts from the correctional facility. As you can probably tell, we aren't doing the kind of job we could be doing.
Let's see where else I can go here. I have some other questions.
I have some free time. Ask away.
I guess I'll have to go back.
We were sent... As you...
Looking for something that can lead to asking about their weapons and how I can have them. Let's look for weak points in what they got going on. What's the problem with your mission?
The mission isn't a problem. The problem is with supplies. Convicts are better armed and organized than our intel initially suggested. I'm trying to get some reinforcements here, maybe some guns with some firepower, but shit. Things are just going slow.
Okay, so these guys are not a good source of supplies for me because they're having trouble getting their own supplies. And the other guys are armed pretty well, so I might be able to get some good supplies from them. And I think he said that they were like over in the correctional facility, so I better ask about that, get a lay of the land, because I might be heading in that direction. We'll see.
Most people just call it NCRCF. That's NCR Correctional Facility. A little bit ago, the convicts there staged a coup. Killed the guards that weren't able to escape. And I've been ransacking the area since then.
Let's see here. Rugged Warrior says, so since it's not a Sarah Connor situation, is that why the Resistance didn't send anyone? Huh. Maybe. I am wide open to you guys helping me create my headcanon here. Do you have any information on the convicts?
Not much. They've taken to calling themselves powder gangers, mostly because they've taken to using the explosives meant to clear boulders as weapons. They got organized faster than I would have thought, most of them at least. Thankfully, the small group in town here seem to have split off from the main force, so they aren't getting anything in the way of support.
That's it for now.
Goodbye.
Thank you for your time. Okay. Now this I don't like. Because, well, let's see. I guess I was in a tent. And tents aren't going to block the sound of bullets firing from those outside. So shots have been heard fired outside. I'm going to emerge from the tent. The only way I can potentially... Here's what I'm curious about. Can I clear my name if all witnesses are eliminated? Probably not. If I remember correctly, and in a lot of games of this type, it's a little bit cheap how you can earn a bad reputation with a faction, even though you did something that no surviving faction member would know about or link you to, you know. Let's see here. You've established a reputation with a group of people in the Wasteland. Whether that reputation is good or bad, you're finally somebody. And people associated with that group will start to react to what you've done. There are many different factions in the Wasteland, and you can develop a distinct reputation with each one. As you perform actions that benefit a group, you will gain fame. If you perform actions that harm a group, you will gain infamy. See, that doesn't make sense. I could perform actions, theoretically, that harm a group without gaining what we would call infamy, if I do it without anyone knowing. Your reputation with any given group is a measure of the combined total of fame and infamy that you have earned. The benefits and drawbacks of any given reputation depend on the group itself. You may receive discounts with merchants, provoke attacks from hired thugs, or simply be treated differently. Okay. Shunned. You've left a poor impression on the community, and may be shunned as a result. And that's with the NCR specifically. Let's see. I don't think that's going to help me. Oh, this is a casing. Okay, no weight, so that's something. Military orders. And trooper armor. I think that's better than what I have. Dog tag. That might be useful at some point. I don't think the fatigues are... Oh, helmet, yeah. I don't think a varmint rifle is going to be useful. Yeah, DPS 13. Jeez Louise. Okay. So let's see here. Lightweight metal armor. Good. Helmet. Yes. Good. Let's see. I should repair here. Good. Very good. All right. I think we're good for now. Empty. I guess I could have checked to see if there were resources here first before I started creating a big footprint in the area by killing people. Nah, I got some ammo. I got some good stuff off these guys, so I think that was probably... I think that was probably a good decision. And by good, I mean expedient, of course, not morally good. Oh, he is going to attack me. He looked like he was going nowhere for a little bit. Sergeant McGee has died! Now, this is the cool thing about Obsidian games, is they really, kind of like Morrowind, the Elder Scrolls Morrowind started out, you were able to kill anybody in that game, and even like totally destroy quests as a result. I think maybe a warning would come up letting you know you're about to like totally mess yourself over. If you kill this person, you're not going to be able to finish the game. But they'd still let you kill him. And so And I think they really were shooting for that in this game, which Fallout 3 was not like that. There were definitely some people that were invincible, that would fall down and kind of get knocked out, but eventually get back up. You see that in Fallout 4 also. But I think, if I remember correctly, almost no one is off limits in this game. But I think these are the pop-ups that show up if you've killed somebody that was a quest giver or something. Money, good. Yeah, these dog tags might be useful at some point. And I think I'm good on other things for now. The weapon supplies are not great. I think Cromarty is kind of assessing right now whether or not he should go over to where the convicts are, because they were... But I don't think he's going to, because the guy said they're just better armed than they thought they were. It doesn't mean they're better armed than these guys are. Now, let's see. Did you hear the shots? How do you feel about me?
When I got this assignment, I was hoping there'd be more gambling.
Alright, so it looks like I'm not being shot on sight.
Hey! Had enough?
Okay, welcome to the VaultTec Assisted Targeting System, or VATS. And yeah, this is kind of a muddy area for my headcanon too, because I like the... it fits in so many ways so well with the Terminator's targeting system, you know? So, I don't know. That's the nature of headcanon though, isn't it? You have to really be selective sometimes, depending on how dedicated you are. Sometimes it's a simple thing, it totally works with the story that you're applying headcanon to. Other times, you really got to go through some mental gymnastics, or just out and out ignore something to force your headcanon. So, but I know how VATS works. Let's just do it. What do we got here? Yeah, let's just go for the headshot. Oops. There we go. Oh, some more boxes over here. Very nice. Yeah, you also get, like, lose karma for, or is it karma? I guess that would make sense if no one sees you, that karma would still be in play. I will say, though, that I much prefer a reputation system in a game over a karma system or a morality system, for multiple reasons. One, I think it's more interesting to have other NPCs react to your decisions rather than some law of morality, you know, changing the world because of choices that you make. And in part, that's because I find that games that have choices and morality systems lack some nuance that I want. And so there's a reason that I might make a choice, even if I wasn't doing a Terminator run, and I was trying to play as a good character. I might make a choice that is the morally better choice, either in the long run or the short term or whatever, and the developers just disagree, you know, on some issue. They've said that some choice that I make is evil, and I'll look at it and I'll say, yeah, I understand why you might say that, but I think that's an overly simplistic view of this particular situation, you know. And so I don't like feeling like a finger wag from the developers and from the game when I'm doing something that I think is actually the better of limited moral choices. Kuba Booba says, I played this game a while back. I joined the Legion. I think the first time I played this game, and this is only my second time through it, I did start just a little bit of a second run, and then gave up on that not long ago and decided to do this with you guys instead. Let's see. Did I accidentally activate a quest here I didn't mean to activate? No, okay. So my quest is leading me this way. Okay. Oh yeah, and I can't get rid of the grunting when I take damage. I wish I could. But we'll just assume that's part of his attempt to blend in to anybody that might be watching he's unaware of. Yeah, when I played this game the first time, I played all the factions against each other as long as I could. That wasn't so much a role-playing choice as I want to experience I want to get all the value I can out of this game and play every quest I possibly can. Another thing that's really that makes this game very suited to playing as a Terminator is the nature of the gunplay. You know, it's like Fallout 3, largely an RPG. It's not, you don't really have dodge mechanics. You don't really have control of your character in the way that you would in a proper first-person shooter. And so trying to play it and like using cover and dodging and stuff like that, it's just, the game is not going to work well with you trying to do that. And I don't even know if you can run. You couldn't run in Fallout 3, I'm pretty sure. I don't think you can run in this one either. Let me see for a second here. No. No, there's no ability to run. So that fits with the Terminator, because you usually don't see Terminators running. They're usually just walking, maybe briskly, apart from the T-1000 and more advanced models. But like these older models, you know. And there's not a sense of dodging and self-preservation. It's just like, I'm going to walk forward. I'm going to pull out my gun and shoot at you while I'm being, you know, shot at and having chunks blown out of me, you know? So there's just a number of things that surprise me. They keep showing me more and more like, yeah, you should totally play as a Terminator in this game. All right. Oh, I guess I am being led to this building. I don't need to go in with my weapon out. Maybe there are different people in here.
I don't know what it was brought you to Prim, youngster, but you might want to rethink your plans. Town's gone to hell.
Okay. Who are you?
Johnson Nash is my name. Husband to Ruby Nash. Lived in Prim going on 8 years now, thick and thin. I'm a trader primarily, for what it's worth with things like they are. I also run the local Mojave Express outpost.
Let's see here. I'm a courier with the Mojave Express.
Well, I don't got any work right now, sorry to say.
I lost a package I was supposed to deliver.
I'll tell you whatever I can. You have a delivery order you can show me?
What can you tell me about this job?
Oh, you're talking about one of them packages. That job had strange written all over it, but we couldn't turn down the caps.
Some men stole my package. See, yeah, I'm cutting to the chase. What was strange about it? Don't really care. The men. Some men stole my package. A man in a checkered suit and some thugs. Did they pass this way?
Well, now that you mention it, a few nights back, one of the townies was out scavenging for supplies. He said he saw a fellow with a daisy suit come through with some of them Great Con misfits. They was talking about a chip.
One of those men shot me. I need to know the best way to get to them.
Well, for that, your best bet is going to be talking to Deputy Beagle. Since they came to town, he was keeping a good bit of notes on them, and he was slinking around Bison Steve when your pretty boy friend came through. He may have heard where they were going.
Thank you for your time.
Don't go getting yourself shot.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm done here. Kubaboo says, one thing I didn't like is that there's no level system for the enemies, so I'd explore the map and come across difficult enemies and have to backtrack. Oh, you mean they don't auto-scale? Alright, let's take a little gander around here, make sure there are some supplies I could make use of. 25? Oh my gosh. Alright, back to what I was doing.
Come on.
They just keep coming. I go back to what I'm doing. Then they shoot me a little more. 75? Oh my gosh. I feel like this early in the game, coming across those kinds of requirements, it's a bit steep. Dynamite. I think we're good. Yeah, I'll take a couple more sticks of dynamite. Stim pack. And then Kubu also says, I like what Ubisoft did with Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Yeah, I just put that down recently because I realized I was finally ready for a different flavor of gameplay, but I came back to that a few months ago. Yeah. Good stuff. Well, I mean, I liked what they did with those games, starting with Origins and just making them more like RPGs. Love those jingling sounds, those rustling fabric sounds. Love a good loot pickup sound effect. It's one of those simple pleasures in life. Alright, what do we got? See, I do need currency. I cannot just blow away vendors because they have supply lines that I might want access to. Alright, well, let's start taking a more direct path here. That is not where the marker is taking me. See, it's like I got a tracking system built in. Very nice. Oh, I got enough dynamite for now. Yeah, I might take some psycho. Let's see here. Koopa Booba says, I liked Odyssey over Origins. I loved playing as Cassandra. She carried me through that game. She's one of my favorite video game characters. I played as Cassandra too, and yeah, she's. I've just found it in the last 5, not quite as many as 10 years, but I've just found it more and more of a novelty to play as a female character when given the option. I noticed it. Just adding something interesting to Ghost Recon Wildlands. Yeah, because that's atypical. Usually, like in a military game in particular, you know, we normally, it's just statistically, it's not like a sexist statement or anything, you know, but just statistically, there's a lot more men in the military than women. And so I figure there's, you know, a higher likelihood of there being an interesting story about a woman if she's in a special ops unit. It's like, wow, that must have been a road for you to get there, you know? what kind of things did you have to overcome, or, you know. And then in the opening of Ghost Recon Wildlands, when you're flying in, I'm sure they just, you know, swapped in the female actor and had the same dialogue for both the male and the female. But like when they're flying in, your character says something about, yeah, my kid, da 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 da, and I'm like, now that's interesting, because again, statistically, much more women than men have that maternal instinct, that nurturing instinct to be at home, be with their children, and so it means something much more striking. It's much more striking to me that a female character would be in this special ops unit and would be away from her children that much, you know. And so yeah, it just makes me think and wonder about the possibilities that Ubisoft isn't even intending. And in fact, that's probably just them like, listen, let's just have both actors record the same dialogue, you know. We don't have time and money to write a whole different story for a female character, you know. Yeah, but for me, it does some interesting things like that. Okay, that's good for now, I think. I don't need the incinerator. Did I check this guy? Maybe I did. Alright, good enough.
I don't suppose you came here to rescue me. I'd cross my fingers, but my hands are numb.
You must be Deputy Beagle.
Why, yes I am. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm in a bit of a predicament here. I'd be most appreciative if you'd set me free.
I hear you may have information on some cons that came through here with a guy in a checkered suit.
Indeed I do, good sir. And I would be thrilled to share that information with you as soon as I am released from captivity.
I'll set you free now.
Oh, that's just marvelous. I think I'll be making my way outside now. The air's a little close in here.
Let's see here. That sounds good. You don't look like you'd be much help.
Then I'll defer to your superior appraisal of character and prowess in contests of arms, and see you outside.
Actually, I think I'll join you. Yeah, nothing I'm feeling compelled to do here. Especially since I'm pretty sure I killed the only two people that would have given me a quest that involved killing bad guys here.
Hey there.
Oh, that sounded like a different voice for a second there. Okay, let's see.
Well, that was quite an adventure. We taught those convicts a thing or two, didn't we? Breaking myself out of a hostage situation. Not to diminish your role in it, of course, but it was quite thrilling. Problem is, there's still no law in Prim. What are we to do the next time ruffians menace us and hold us hostage?
Let's see here. Can you tell me about the man in the checkered suit who came through here?
Ah, yes. My memory is much clearer now that I'm free from my bondage. I was performing recon, gathering information on some of the powder gangers, when some great cons arrived with your friend in the suit. They were talking about some delivery they took from a courier. I assume that was you? They said they'd be heading through Nipton to Novak to meet a contact there.
Okay. That makes things pretty simple. Yeah, I do wonder how this game would look on a Series X. I saw that there is a frame rate boost for Fallout 3 on Series X. And I, this week officially, am in the running to try and get a Series X. I signed up for some of the same notification alert accounts and Twitter things and whatnot, the little tricks and things that I did in the fall to try and get my hands on a PS5, which ultimately worked out for me, but I think that was just how things worked out. I don't think it was necessarily because of the tricks I was using or whatever, but now I'm in the game again because a leak, you guys might have heard about this, but and by the time this goes up in a non-live format, it's probably been announced at E3, but there was a leak coming out of, I'm not exactly who we don't know who the source was, but it's according to this publication, it's a reputable source. They've been right about pretty much everything in the past. And the word is Starfield is going to be exclusive to PC and Xbox consoles, not coming to PS5. And of course, Switch. I think not many people really thought it was going to be coming to Switch, but that was very significant news to me. And I knew that I'd already been saving up to get a Series X at some point, but now I'm pulling the trigger on it as soon as I'm able. Because I figure, especially once E3 comes, if that gets announced as I think it will and confirmed, then the Series X is going to be all that more hard to get your hands on. There has been word, as of today, May 21st, 2021, there has been word in the months leading up to now that the shortage is supposed to, or not supposed to, but it could end for Xbox consoles in June. But all the wording, when I chase down those sources, all the wording says that the shortage will last until at least June. So that doesn't mean that it's guaranteed to end in June, so what is going on here? You have discovered several locations. You can fast travel back to discovered locations using the world map in your Pip-Boy. Great.
Yeah! Who won the lottery? I did! Smell that air! Couldn't you just drink it like booze?
What sort of lottery did you win?
What lottery? The lottery! That's what lottery! Are you stupid? Only lottery that matters! Oh my God! Smell that air!
This voice actor. I need to get going.
Bye.
Oh, okay. Kuba Booba says, don't you want to wait and see what Starfield is? I think we've already gotten all the details that I personally need. A couple reasons for that. Yeah, I'll go ahead and stop for a second here. I'm going to have to think about this choice anyway. But yeah, so the question basically is, don't you want to wait before pulling the trigger on a Series X before seeing what Starfield is? Really, pulling the trigger on a Series X at this point is not only because of Starfield. As I said, I've been planning on getting one. And as Microsoft has been buying up these Western RPG studios, like Obsidian, like the makers of Wasteland 3, I can't remember their name all of a sudden, and now especially with their purchase of Bethesda, they basically own Western RPGs now. And in my mind, I'm thinking to myself, okay, well, even if they don't make all these games exclusive from these studios going forward, which with this recent news seems actually more likely than Phil Spencer would have had us believe leading up to this point, because he's been talking for a long time about how, exclusivity is not good for the industry, da-da-da-da, and I've just been thinking to myself, I mean, yeah, these are good PR beats, but you're also behind right now in the area of exclusives. Let's see what you say when you suddenly have some awesome games that you could make exclusive. And so I think we're going to see if he's really I don't want to say good to his word, because you could probably go back and look at what he actually said, and I'm sure he was using very intentional PR speak that, you know, could keep him from getting into technical trouble. But the spirit of what he was saying, I'm wondering if he is going to turn around on in the next 2 years as these studios they've been buying for a while suddenly start putting out possibly some rockin' exclusives. So we'll see. Anyway, but what he has been upfront about is the intention is for them to be run first, to be available first and to run best on Series X, on consoles with Game Pass, on PC and whatever. And so, and that we certainly already have saw that in their relationship with Bethesda before purchasing Bethesda. We saw that in Skyrim. Skyrim for a while ran terribly on PS3. Maybe it still does. I can't remember. But whether it's going to be, you know, if it's going to be first, I think I'll be kind of irritated having to wait. I could, these days especially, you know, there's so many games coming out, and I have a huge backlog, so I could wait these days. But the idea of them running best and possibly having features that are not existent on other platforms, there's far less limitations on mods on Bethesda games on Series X than there is on PlayStation. And I find that frustrating as someone who loves both Fallout 4 and Skyrim. I want to blow the lid off those games with all kinds of mods, but I'm really restricted in the mods that I can use on PlayStation. And so it's all these kind of cumulative things that make me say, listen, I love Western RPGs, and I'm going to have the best experience of them, and in some cases, maybe the only way to play them on a Series X. And so, what we know about Starfield is that it's an open-world RPG with a space setting, a space exploration setting, you know. So basically, we can reasonably assume it's going to be it's going to have the same appeal as their other open-world RPGs, but set in space. Maybe, you know, it'll be different in a number of ways, but yeah, even if Starfield came out and I was like, oh, crap, this is not what I want it to be. This is terrible. And I think that's highly unlikely given my track record of enjoyment of Bethesda games. But even if that were the case, I would still have plentiful reasons, given my tastes in games, to be targeting a Series X. All right, so thanks for letting me take that break, guys. There's some topics I just got to give a little extra time to. All right, let me catch up with just a couple thoughts here, and then I'll make my selection. Johnny Jet says, I was lucky to get a PS5 myself. I also am blessed to have a good enough gaming PC, so I don't need an Xbox because of the PC Game Pass. By the way, Game Pass is insane value. That's another topic I could get off on. It is for the right kind of gamer. I don't think it holds a lot of appeal to me because of the Netflix nature of how things can come in and out of Game Pass. I'd always be worried that the game that I want to play will leave Game Pass when I want to take my time with it. I don't want to rush through it, you know. So that has me hesitant to pull the trigger. The difference would be the first-party studio games, which are likely to just be on there in perpetuity. So you could pretty much get Game Pass if that's enough value among those games for you. Then, you know, and conceivably it could be. So yeah. Rugged Warrior says that indie game is the game that might make me get a Series X. Oh, In Exile is the studio. Thank you, Johnny Jets. In Exile. And I'm not sure which indie game you're talking about, Rugged Warrior, but I have noticed, I have looked on with not quite longing, but a little bit of envy at some of the indie games that end up coming to Series X instead of PS5. I'm like, what? No love for PS5? Okay. You know? So, yeah, Kuba Booba says, I just hope Starfield doesn't turn out like Fallout 76 with the always online feature. Yeah, I would think and hope that it won't. A lot of differences going on in terms of the production and the behind-the-scenes stuff going on with those two projects. I think Starfield is going to be much more likely to be a single-player, you know, core Bethesda RPG experience. But I don't need to get into the reasons why. But I think we have good reason to think that it's not going to be, you know, like at all like 76. Okay. Yeah, I don't like missing out on lockpicking opportunities because I'm just such a loot junkie. Oh man, look at that. Only 14 minutes left for us tonight. Gosh, I might just put it all into lockpicking for now. Hack restricted computer terminals. That's probably good. Yeah, that's good for now. I might want that. They could call this the Sarah Connor perk. No. No. Ooh, let's do this. I like Swift Learner. Okay. Yep. Alright. Well, let's save here. Haven't done that in a little bit. Oh, you know what? Go over here. Oh, I guess I don't need to stop there. My marker's taking me this way. Single-minded. Single-minded. Maybe I'll get some quests that'll take me back there eventually. Oh! Rugged Warrior says indie equals Indiana Jones. So the indie game he was referring to, I wondered about the spelling there. You put I-N-D-Y instead of I-N-D-I-E. Okay, that's the game that's making you want to get a Series X. Okay. Oh, I missed a turn or something here. Johnny Jet says, my fiance has an Xbox One of her own, and so I got Game Pass Ultimate, and it works both on my PC and her Xbox console. That's cool. We are playing through the entire Halo series couch co-op. Sweet. Let's see. One of my limbs is damaged here. Let's take a look at that. Sleep in a bed, find a doctor, use a stim pack. I'm going to use a stim pack. Oops. Alright, we're probably okay for now. Although I might need some more stim packs before too terribly long.
Had enough?
Okay. No, I'm good. Alright. What the crap? I just fixed that leg! Oops. Sometimes I use VATS. I didn't do it that time, but I was just reminded that, oh yeah, I can do that. Sometimes I use VATS just to line up my shot. Go into VATS, then out of VATS again, and it's fire. Alright. What was that? Huh. Oh yeah, let's go with this weapon. More bullets. Well... Oh! Music's picking up. Oh, yeah. Somebody spotted me. Are they coming for me? There was somebody running over there. Yeah, not showing up on VATS. Who's over here? Oh, is it just a creature? Is that the bird that's picking up? Yeah, it was. Huh. And I get 2 XP for killing a bird. Alright, nice. Hey, Adam. Adam says, hey, Peter, I just remembered you're streaming today. Yeah, actually, just finishing up here. I got about 8 minutes left before I'm done. But good to see you in the chat. Boy, got a bit of a walk here. Anybody got any hopes for E3 or other summer gaming event announcements this summer? Oh, look at these things. What in the world are these things, man? I have no memory of these things. Okay. Oh, there's a bunch of them. Look at these. Oh, man. Oh, crap, I forgot. Oh, I forgot about the thing with the stim packs. Don't I have enough... Oh, no, okay, I got some... My stim packs weren't responding. I was like, oh, do I not get health back right away from taking stim packs? I thought I did. Let's see here. Oh, it's the wrong button, Peter. That was your problem. I think I'm used to having it in the right space in my... I should probably change that. Yeah, I gotta change that, because my instincts have reminded me now of where I had that quick slotted before. Aid, stim pack... That's where I want them to be. And then I'll put that gun... The weathered pistol. Oh wait, no. That's not the... That's not the one I want. It's the 9mm. Should we repair that? Let's repair that. Okay. Okay. And then we can put... Let's put the laser pistol down there. Oh, you don't have many rounds. Well, you got more than the other one. How about this caravan shotgun? Let's put that there. Or sturdy caravan shotgun. Even better. Look at that. Well, what are we thinking, guys? Better. Oh, he's got the glitch bug. Jeez. There we go. Alright, I'm gonna have to start using non-stim pack forms of health regeneration here. I usually, before like too terribly long in these games, have a big supply of stim packs, and I don't need to, but I think in this game, because unlike Fallout 3, you don't get health back immediately from different health sources, except for stim packs, those are the only ones that give it back to you immediately, that I need to take advantage of some of these that I normally wouldn't in other Fallout games. Ooh. What are my stats looking like? I might, yeah, that's perfect right about now. Doctor's bag. Good. Let's drink this. And how am I, did that doctor's... Oh yeah, totally. One doctor's bag gets you all your limb stats back. That's awesome. Okay. Sweet. So is my health regenning? It is. Okay. Well, while that's regenerating... Kuba Booba says, I don't know what to expect from E3 this year. I'm looking forward to playing King of Seas next week and Open Country next month. Sweet. Rugged Warrior says, would like to Star Wars Fallen Order 2 get announced. Oh, to see that get announced, yeah. Yeah, that would be cool. There's that explosion again. Is somebody kind of lagging behind me with grenades that they're just juggling or something? Johnny Jet says, more deets on Starfield for sure. Yeah, I really... Oh, and Johnny Jets also says, Avowed from Obsidian 2. That's what I want. I want Avowed and a release date within the first half of 2022. I don't think it's realistic. They might have even said it's further out than that already, so I might have forgotten what we've already heard confirmed about that game. But whatever. I'm going to say 2022, sometime 2022, I want a release date for Avowed. And I want Starfield before the end of this year. Those are probably my top two things that I most want to be announced at E3 right now. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, that shotgun worked pretty well. Let me go back to this 9mm though. It's dark out. I'm glad that the monsters... Well, maybe they do get more dangerous. I haven't played this game in so long. Maybe they do get more dangerous at night. Some games they do. Is that a mole rat? I think it is. Was. Yeah. I wish I had the option to eat it right from there when I'm picking it up. That'd be nice. What is this? Can I pick this up? Probably not. Okay. Not that kind of game. Rugged Warrior says, info on the James Bond game that's in the works. Oh, from the guys that do the Hitman series? Yeah, I'm sure you're not alone in that. They seem like a really good fit for that, given how well received their Hitman games have been. Johnny Jet says, Game Pass also gets EA Play with Ultimate, which includes games from BioWare as well. Yeah, that is cool. That is cool. I wonder if I don't know enough about like EA Play to know if games cycle in and out of there. That's kind of the most significant hang-up for me with that whole thing is the idea that sure it has a game I want now, but will it have it when I want it? But if you are the type of gamer and your play style is such that you can work that system, you are absolutely right that it's insane value. Just insane. Yeah, it does surprise me though that like when people in games media talk about Game Pass, they almost never mention that caveat of like games do cycle in and out of that service, you know? Let's see. All right, well, that's where I'm going to stop it for now. Yeah, this has been fun, guys. Like playing these games this way. Hopefully you enjoyed this time, too. It was really cool interacting with you guys and just kind of shooting the crap and talking about whatever's on your mind. Thanks for watching and chatting with me and helping me figure out some things, think through some things as I make my Terminator-y types of decisions. You can look, there should be in the description below, I can't remember offhand what the next date is that I'm doing this, but it's in the description below, so would love to have you come back for that. That's all for now. Have a good weekend. Bye-bye. Hey guys, Christian Geek Central is launching our Game Save event for the first time this year, and I would love for you to be a part of the 2021 Game Save team. As a member of the team, you will be raising funds for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital throughout October by telling friends, family members, or co-workers about your fundraising, and if you like, doing some kind of game-related event, like a game night at your home or church, or like me, you can do a crazy 24-hour video game marathon. As your team leader, I'll provide tips and resources to make your fundraising as fun, easy, and effective as possible. For more information about the event or how to sign up, check out the links to some helpful videos below. You can also leave a comment or email me at paeter@spiritblade.com with any questions. I cannot wait to get this started. Would love for you to join me. Thanks.